Hello everybody, this is Handy863 here bringing you another video today, and I'm here with some Mario Kart Wii with commentary, preferably rambled on commentary, as that seems to be what I tend to do whenever I record something like this. Now, I don't typically enjoy either recording online, playing online, or actually recording with commentary very much anymore these days, because as the progression of players have gotten better over the years, I've just sort of struggled to keep up. So whenever I play online, I don't tend to do very well. Although I usually just like to play for fun in general these days. So I don't really feel like it's selling me to an audience or anything very well when I actually do play online, as well as coupled with the fact that I don't typically like to commentate things, because I feel like I ramble a bit too much about irrelevant stuff that may or may not be irrelevant. Like now, for example, it's questionable whether or not it's relevant, and it tends to put me off racing sometimes, and it might not be attractive to other people as well, but whatever. I had the setup to do so today, and I felt like doing so. So I'm here in just a very simple CT Worldwide. This tends to be what you get during the school week anyways. Very small rooms. The larger ones tend to be at the weekends, or just later on as well. Even later on if the when the Americans get home from school as well. But this is kind of peaceful. I kind of like the smaller rooms anyways. You get to keep an eye on your opponents a little bit easier. Got two karters in the room as well, and Wii wheel users, so mad respect to both for that. Not sure if you can hear very well. That's gonna get me! Oh god! I was very, very close. Not sure if you can hear, but I'm actually using the GameCube controller at the moment. I've actually moved on to just preferring the use of the GameCube controller. I've wheelied. Oh god. Okay, there we go. It's fine. Yeah, I prefer using the GameCube controller now because, well, originally I didn't like the way that you supposedly had to claw to make it faster. Put your pointer finger around the analog stick and, oh, nice. Okay, we're cool. Sorry for swearing there. I thought that was actually going to get me. It's actually a pretty interesting dodge as well. I don't know if I've had one that well before, but well, never mind. But yeah, what was I saying? I've moved over to the GameCube controller because earlier on this year I found a video. Oh look, Oxat's in the room. Hey Oxat! I don't know why I just said hi and waved at the screen. I'm so dopey. But yeah, no, I found an old video of Cole, Luigi Circuit Cole, actually clawing his GameCube controller, just showing off how he would usually drive on this game, and I just said, you know what, that actually looks easier for me, because I just couldn't do the pointer finger and then thumb all on left hand to D-pad and analog stick strats. So what I actually do now is put the pointer finger on my right hand to press the A button, and then my thumb on my right hand goes on the D-pad, whereas the thumb on the analog stick on the left hand is what's controlling the analog stick. So yeah, that's kind of what I have going on for me at most times, and it's relatively good. I don't usually time trial this way. I still keep the Wiimote and nunchuck when I time trial, just because slips and things tend to come out a little bit easier. This is a lot harder to get the mini turbos and slips from if you're not used to it. But I think I'm getting more used to it. I know I drove a relatively decent 54 second time lap, 3 lap time just time on on Ghost Valley using the GameCube controller. Yeah. So that's that. It's also a little bit more reliable because my Wiimotes have just been messing me up a lot recently. I've been doing some MC3 sessions as I do, and I just keep the nunchuck just keeps doing that thing where it disconnects, and it doesn't tend to be what happens with the nunchuck itself. It tends to be the Wiimote instead, and I believe it's something to do with like the batteries or the temperature of the controller. I tried sniping a Carter. I'm a really bad person. But yeah, and the only reason as to why I know that is because it started happening with my classic controller the other day. I was just playing off the Wii casually downstairs with my sister, and I disconnected the classic controller somehow from the Wiimote, which classic controllers tend to be more reliable. I think the only reason as to why Wiimotes are very... Whoa! Kitty cat, you saved me! She barged me over just enough so that the red shell that was tracing me got hit on my on the bananas that dropped out of me. So... Wow. That was funny. Damn it! Okay, that was funny. That was a fun race. Despite how much I talked over it. That was fun. Yeah, what was I saying? I think the Wiimotes are more, like, nunchucks are more common to disconnect from Wiimotes if you're always shaking them about for the wheelies and stuff, because that's how you control it in this game. And I would think that's why it keeps disconnecting. I keep changing Wii remotes as well. I use the Black Wii Motion Plus built-in controller that I got with Wii Party, and that was what used to start disconnecting for me. And then I bought a second-hand Wiimote, Black Wiimote, which is in a relatively good condition. And that's what I'd been using since then, and it'd been working out really fine, like pretty nicely for the most part, and then just recently started disconnecting in that way, and I've been swapping back between the two Wiimotes, but they've just been having the same problem, so I'm not really too sure. So that's why I'm using the GameCube controller. Long story short, I have found a way that works nicely for me, that I can play nicely with the controller. And recently as well that I showcased, the CTGP got an update which allows the Wii U GameCube controller adapter for Smash to be usable on both Wii and Wii U. So it has now got that support for it. And that's what I'm using it for as well, seeing as that's now there, I have it. And it works relatively well. I cannot fault it. Bean and Chadder's worked really well, really hard to get this working perfectly. And I think it replicates just plugging it directly into a Wii console just fine, if anything better. I really, really like how it connects with this. And yeah. That being said, I think I've rambled on enough. Honestly, if you want to see me play this game more and commentate it live, without the ramblings on and everything, and even interact with me and have a conversation, just come to my Twitch channel, because I feel like that's where most of the Mario Kart Wii is these days. And the Mario, and it just gets, it's quite nice on there. Oh, there's a slip, there we go. It is pretty nice. I've got quite a few people who've come about. I've made friends with. You've got people like Ellie King and Daisia, the long timers like Bradley and Maniac as well. We've got some newcomers who recently been coming in as well. Like Brett is one of them as well. He actually we had an idea of playing online, doing a spear and sneakster automatic, no items Grand Prix where everyone else at the stream versus Brett. And it was going pretty well up until Brett's connection kept messing him up, which is kind of sad. But hopefully we can get to do that again. That was fun. Oh god, why was that a trick spot? I was going to wheelie off the side of the thing, and I don't know why it tricked there. Okay. Well, that was annoying. I'm going to hold on to this until the next item set. But yeah, it's been really fun. So if you want to interact with me more in person, come down to Switch. And also show off this FC for this license. Because it does have OpenHost. It's completely different to the one that's in my YouTube channel description and the one that I have used in the past. And that's mainly just because it's on my Wii U. Like, the other one that's in my channel description and actually on my Twitch channel layout, I just use from my Wii. And I just didn't bother. Just didn't bother changing it. Also, that was a really nice sort of set of items that I got there. I got really lucky, to say the least. That was all the items. Alright, I think we'll do one more race then. Other than that, that's literally all I had to say. It's just more rambling from me. I don't really have much else to say. And again, like I started off the video, this is kind of why I dislike doing these recordings, because I feel like it's either annoying or putting me off from my racing. These rooms are fairly chill though, I kind of like them. I have to play more during the like middle of the day when everyone's in school anyways. I think that'd be more fun. Why is it taking so long? Most of the time it does this is when there's someone who's trying to connect to the room. It's a nice idea to keep an eye on it from the website. A better idea to keep an eye on it on WinFi. So, yeah. It's annoying that this happens now when I've run out of things to talk about. I don't actually have anything else to say and there's just... Oh, there we go. Whoops! Well, here we are. Yeah. No, the person who was connecting just keeps disconnecting again from this room. Alright, hopefully we can end off on Niverbia. A lot of people like to question why I actually like this track. It's honestly more about the concepts. I know it's not really that perfect, and it could do with not being square, or potentially made by Spy Kid, but I just like its concept, and I guess also its name as well, like Niverbia. Where did that come from? What inspired that? I want to know. If it's actually a place in the real world, I would like to go and visit it. But I do like it. I like its concept more than anything. This track, on the other hand, though is cool, I don't like it. It has a cool concept, but I just don't like it. There you go, I'm kind of disproving my points here. Alright. But I have an advantage being that I'm a mop bike user. I'm the only one who can probably do well on this track other than me is that Daisy user. Back there somewhere. Who... Ooh. Yeah, Rose is sniping me out. That's kind of interesting. I played against this guy before. It's kind of nice now being in a Wii and 5 community. You sort of recognise the players that you play against. Like Oxat earlier does some recordings from time to time. And I recognise that guy up here. She's using Rosa. Kitty Cat as well. She's played with me quite a lot of the time. That was very embarrassing. I don't know this Daisy guy though. I think his name is check in a minute. Jord. I've played him too, I think. Or played someone called Jord. It's quite a common name, so... That was very messy on my behalf. I messed up the angle that I got there. Yeah, so you see, driving messed up now, and I don't think I'm going to catch up. It's actually just 3 players now by the looks of things. But it's an interesting track. I don't like it that much though, like I keep saying. And of course I get one of these. I could pass it off to Jord. Perfect. Poor Jord. That was a very, very, very stupid thing to do for me. Let's just go off there. I don't think I'm catching first. Let's try and keep second though. I think even with second, I think the other guy's going to take VR from me. Not that VR is too much of a thing that I care about anyways. Hence the 6,000. Oh! That was almost a big mistake. Okay. You know what? That's not a place for a slip drift. What did I do there? I got like the unintentional moon jump. Okay, well... I don't think any of those red shells are going to catch up to first because he can just dodge them on every wall just like I was doing. So... I think it's just Jord at the moment. He looked like he just drove off the edge as well. That's kind of funny. Shall I try and do the same? The camera pans to the right hand side as well. That's kind of interesting. Right. I don't have anything else to do here, so I'm done. Apologies for if my rambles weren't your thing, but if they were, then yay. Anyways, so this is the FC that I tend to use now when I'm both streaming and everything. It should have open host, so it should be registerable without you having to give me your FC back. That's the beauty of it, because I just don't want a load of random people on here. But yeah, other than that, that is actually all I had. I think I've used this setup to a great degree. I've been recording for more than an hour now, and still haven't had lunch. So, yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Thank you everyone for watching, and I shall see you later.